Teacher David from Fast Track English. I'm going to bring you 4 effective tips for you to learn English. The first one is to imitate or copy people who speak English well, preferably a native English speaker. Native English speakers, like I said before, tend to have a solid command of everyday conversations, what it means to talk English in English. One of the things that I really suggest for you is to start listening to somebody talk. Like, for example, you're hearing me right now. Notice how I pronounce words, how I enunciate, how I sort of talk as a native speaker. So it's okay to copy or imitate somebody who speaks English well, like a native speaker, because you are going to be on your way to sort of getting in that routine, sort of in that mindset that you can speak as close as a native speaker can. Okay? Number 2, study and learn collocations, idioms, and phrases you can actually use every day. Do not get caught up in trying to learn words in isolation, because then you get into this routine where you feel that you you have to memorize words. Please don't memorize words. Learn phrases, idioms, collocations, because those phrases and idioms and collocations have a lot more than one word, 2 or 3 words. For example, idioms can have a lot of words. So if you can apply meaning to everyday life or situations by using idioms, phrases, and collocations. Try to learn words in context and try to figure out their meaning with context clues. This means using surrounding words so you can sort of figure out what one word means. Another thing you can use cognates. Some words are Latin, some words are based in French and Spanish. If you have a Spanish background, for example, like me, I can recognize a lot of words in English simply because I know how to speak Spanish. Because sometimes the word, for example, the word chocolate, chocolate, that's a good example. So if you see how a word looks in your own native language, then you have an advantage. So use cognates. The other one, the number 3, is a big one. A lot of English language learners get too caught up in thinking that they have to study so much grammar and, oh, I can't seem to conjugate verbs and this and that. Don't waste too much time on studying grammar unless you are trying to pass a test. Knowing too much grammar does not improve your listening or speaking skills unless you're recording something that you wrote out and that you are going to speak and listen to yourself. One of the big ones that I always suggest is number 4. Record yourself speaking until you master a phrase or a paragraph. For example, for this audio cast, I didn't have a script. I'm just sort of thinking about what I wanted to say. I did have an outline, 1, 2, 3, 4, by using examples. So that helps my mind stay organized and prepared. Write out a situation. When you went to the store, I saw Paul, my friend from high school. I had not seen him for a while. He looked good. He was with his wife and 2 sons. We greeted each other, and then we caught up on how our lives, what was going on in our lives. So you see how I just came up with an example. We all have situations. We all have memories. We all have dreams for the future. In 2021, I'd like to sort of promote my YouTube channel so people can improve their listening and speaking skills. I also would love to do Zoom and Skype meetings. So those are just some things that you can record yourself doing. So if you want to take my advice as a native English speaking teacher, keep it simple. Don't try to talk like people who are just so advanced and they talk like, keep it simple. Everyday phrases, greetings, introductions, idioms, phrases, collocations. You know, People who know a lot of grammar and people who know all this complex grammar really don't impress me at all, because I think some people get caught up with the idea of thinking that they know all this grammar and they're so advanced and this and that. That kind of stuff doesn't impress me at all. What impresses me is you trying. Try simple phrases. Progress. Maybe one time you'll get 70% of it, and then the next time 80, and then the next time 90, and then the next time you master that phrase. So that's what it's all about. Keeping it simple. Learning phrases. Don't study grammar too much unless you're trying to pass a test. Record yourself speaking. So this is Teacher David with 4 effective tips you can do to learn English. Thank you for following my page and my YouTube channel.